They'll be calling you a radical. Talk about a hybrid. Look at him. You know, mallards don't have that white on their front. I mean, talk about stick out. It's a beauty, isn't he? You see that white bib. He's a mallard, but I don't know, man. He's a crossbreed, no doubt. Happening in nature more than you think. Wells. So, I'm going to start my campaign kicking it off today. My big one that I'm going to hammer because I'm going after Bryce Anderson. New scale for gel. New scale for gel. New scale for gel. God, he's a cool looking duck. Isn't he? New scale for gel. New scale for gel. He's a mutation. Oh, yeah. No doubt. So am I. My dad nuked to death in a Nevada test site. So, new scale for gel. New scale for gel. New scale for gel. I can walk and chew gum at the same time. I want to talk about, don't say the Z word. Don't say the Z. Why do you think I use the word imperialism? And by the way, what's going on? Pop, oppie dropped all over the world in the Middle East of Eden and everything in between is imperialism. Now, is the United States an imperialist nation? Well, it's getting there. Well, come on. Lord Bezos, Lord Musk, Lord Gates. We sure are the empower of any imperialist around the world. It's a board game. Yeah, you can't say that we're not imperialists. Look up the definition. Just because you look up a definition on, the internet, does that mean it's the definition? No. Somebody wrote that fucking definition. But we know what the fuck definition of imperialism. Cecil Rhodes. Oh, yeah. Rhodesia. By the way, Gates is over there in the same place, doing his mining. We're going to change it to Gatesnesia. So Texas, maybe Bezos-gesia. Well, wasn't he bad pigs? Bezos. That's not Jeffy's real name. Mama Dice. Ooh. Born at Los Alamos. Sure always had a lot of money. Lord Gates ain't his real ass. I got so many stories of my path as the activist for all those years. I run into people when you're out in the street. That's where we'll meet. We'll run by those who show up. I heard that once from his girlfriend. And then she forgot to show up. So, there he goes. You ever seen one like that? I haven't. Never. Something else, ain't he? He's a mutated mallard. Wow, he's a beauty. Camera don't want to get him. They'll shoot him, and not with a camera. Because that's what people do around here. Just for the fun. So they did the carrot. By the way, somebody says, if you could come back as an animal, what would you come back as? I says, a duck. I says, why? I says, they can swim. They can walk. And they can fly. And, oh, can they fucking fly. Woo! Oh, can they fucking fly. So, imperialism. By definition, a group of people can be a nation or inside a nation that choose to expand their domain based Cecil Rhodes. You should Google imperialism. The Wikipedia would show a picture of Cecil Rhodes. But we not take back what's ours, for we are anointed by God. It's a group of people that think they're some kind of bloodline superior. Now, was Japan before World War II imperialist? Oh, yeah. Were they taken out by another imperialist? Yeah. Old Russia? Imperial. Somebody says, well, it was the Soviet Union who sold the United States. Russia. It's like somebody says, get rid of NATO, okay, all right. And everybody says, you think Tsar Putin, the imperialist, would stop at the Polish border if NATO was gone? Oh, fuck, he said it over and over and over. How many times has Tsar Putin said? that he's going to take Alaska back. We didn't get Alaska till what, 59? 2 cents an acre? Bought it from the Soviet Union. Okay, well, let's go back to old world imperialism if you're all gung-ho for it. Pay the Dragon Slayer. That's us. That's us. You don't even understand that term. If you don't understand pay the Dragon Slayer, that term, then you shouldn't even be watching these videos because it's way over your head. Now, this is for the big kids. This isn't for the sheep. I like everybody say, oh, she's going to, Taylor Swift's going to make viewership go down on the Super Bowl. I says, are you kidding? This freaking country worships popism. Popism is dead. They just don't know it yet. Popism makes you psycho. Ask Kelsey. Even freaking Andy covers for him. You're saying, I mean, that behavior's tough because that's what, I mean. Most viewed television program in American history was the Super Bowl Sunday. Yeah. Of course people love sport. Of course they love the NFL. Unleash the Lions. The Gladiators. You see them all the celebrities up there in their $1 million booths as they dine on chicken. It's the old Coliseum again. You know? I really think they're going to start using prisoners, tying stakes around their necks. You know, in Vegas. That'll be the next one. The new Coliseum in Vegas. What happens in Vegas doesn't stay in Vegas. Ask Mr. Vegas. It's called nuclear fallout. And we got the sniffer plane flying all over, detecting radiation. We're going to protect all the fans. Sniffer plane. You're in the Nevada test site, you dumb fuckers. You know, radioactive fucking. What, you think it went away in Las Vegas? You think the nuclear 350 open air fucking test pop, oppy dropped? You think it went away? My father was killed there. I met Annika. She was a pole swinger there at Olympic Gardens. She died of leukemia. She was one great activist, I can tell you that, from Ukraine. She died at 38 years old of leukemia. Did she get it in? She was born in central Ukraine. Kiev, tomato, snow job, Snowden. Nuclear, I mean, these fucking 7th grade hall modelers, ain't you had a gut full of them? So imperialism, don't use the Z word. When are they going to make the word imperialism racist and ban it? Anything that goes against the billionaire class. Remember when this country was founded, going against imperialism. Monarchs. What happens with monarchs? They become so empowered. You know, the military, they expand their domain. Right? Look up the definition, even Wikipedia, even fucking Webster's have it. Using military force to expand your borders. When actually it's a certain group of people, a certain race of people that think they're superior than others. Go ask them in China. Go ask them in the Philippines. Go ask them in the Koreas about Japanese imperialism in the day. Go ask them about, go ask them in the Middle East. Go ask them anywhere, you know. Go ask them when the Russian imperialists, what? They weren't Russian? What? All the old world imperialist families were related? What are you talking about, Blanche? Oh, they found the Romanovs' bone pile. Anastasia, remember the woman that claimed she was Anastasia, who was nothing but a bold-faced liar her whole life. She was on PBS. She told everybody that. She didn't die very long ago. She really was stuck on a boat and floated. Well, they found Anastasia's bones. And they did DNA on the whole family. Who's the heir to the Russian royal family? I still say Putin is bloodlines. That whole narrative that Putin is somehow a commoner from St. Petersburg is such bullshit. It's like here in the United States. He could not tell a lie. He cut down that cherry tree. Betsy Ross, the flag. Saddam Hussein had weapons of mass destruction. The plume is coming over us now, right now. Scientists tell it's safe. What's Fukushima? So, imperialism. So I think, you know, we got to start naming names. Remember when I used to hold up my sign? in front of the White House in the election 2016? Yeah, I was there. Remember I'd hold up my signs? Clintongrad, and on the other side was Trumpgrad. Clintongrad, Trumpgrad. People are so ignorant about history that they don't even know that they changed the names. Remember? It was Stalingrad, Leningrad. Stalin was a communist? I don't think so. Lenin was. Nope, we know what happened to them. Astrophy to the head. They used to call themselves the Whites. Stillman. That isn't his real name. He changed it. What does that mean in Russian? Stalin. Stillman. What? Wasn't he Georgian? Yeah. They went down to Georgia. Georgia. What do you mean? There's a Georgia there and here? Yeah. How about Volgograd? St. Petersburg? Leningrad? DC? Remember I used to call it up? Trumpgrad. Clintongrad. Trumpgrad. Clintongrad. They're imperialist wannabes, both of them. I mean, that's who's running our country. It's like here. How can you possibly... Here, they had a big promotion here. I secretly videoed it. They didn't want nobody to know. They're all backing away now. Psycho boy in Ohio, Vance. Why would they bootleg him here? He's a CIA plant, that's why. Ah! That one ain't got much bounce to it, does it? This country has evolved into imperialism. We were anti-imperialism, remember? The tax rate, let's party like it's 1979 or even 1999, 40%. This country hated those type of people. And if I have to hear one more president, one more person call his opponent Hoover, I'm going to throw up. They wish they were Hoover. Hoover didn't cause the Depression. He happened to be there when it happened, when it went down. He sure didn't cause it. Hoover's one of the most brilliant people in history and president. Remember, Hoover's a genius. Remember, who was the greatest anti-nuker leading up to the bomb? Einstein? Yeah. Hoover was right behind him. Hoover was no. Hoover was anti-Manhattan Project. He was anti-Oppenheimer. The greatest, could be the greatest line in human history, was by Hoover. Hoover invented the stoplight. Did you know that? How about Hoover fighting against Freud's nephew? What about United Fruit? What about the humanitarian crisis down there? Who was the one that was trying to help and save? Hoover. Trump and Biden couldn't make a pimple on Hoover's ass. Come on, let's get real about this economy. The quote, when, Oppie dropped. Never in the history of mankind has a military, has a people, has a nation indiscretionally mass murdered women and children till now. It never stopped after Oppie dropped. That's Hoover. August 7th, 1945. Fierce anti-nuclear. Fierce anti-imperialist. Fierce humanitarian. It's like when Trump tells himself to Carter, fuck, if you think this country is better off under Trump than it was in the fucking late 70s, you are fucking a moron. No debt. One person working fucking 40 hours a week, plenty of money. Look at the art. Look at the culture. Look at the fucking music. Look what people look like. It wasn't Taylor Swift. You know, it was more like fucking, all those artists in the 70s. Are you kidding me? What a beautiful time. People had, there was no debt in this country. Fuck. It wasn't a war machine. We were done with that all fucking, Oppie drop. They fucking don't cross that parallel and turn fucking Korea into hell. Went after Vietnam to kill the Viet Cong. Fucking. We were done. Peace. Till 9/11 happened. The gift, the key. They were Saudis. Is this Saudi Arabia imperialist by definition? The country rules with an iron sword. They still behead fucking people in public. They still rock fucking women to death for anything. Yeah, we support them. They did 9/11. They were Saudis. They sure weren't fucking from Iraq. Saddam Hussein. So who's the imperialists? Well, we're obviously the empower of the imperialists. You can hear the jets in the background. People fucking have short memories. This fucking country is turned into fucking imperialist enablers. Make it rain. The oligarchs. We're going to ban all the things. Remember all the planes were registered here to Bank of Utah? Who's that? Every building. Oh, the Browning Arms family. Hello, you cannot connect the fucking dots. Fuck, you're superficial because you're waiting for someone to tell you on fucking right-wing fucking alternative media or nothing. Fucking Alex Jones was a con man fraud. Fuck, Alex Jones used to put my videos on his fucking site. He was called in and asked twice separately. Mutually said, why won't you have the world's foremost expert on Fukushima? You talk Fukushima all the time on your show, Kevin Lynch. Both times, well, he's an activist. He was selling shit. It's coming out in the trials now that he made hundreds of millions of dollars off my back. So did Rents. Did Rents or fucking Alex ever send me? And by the way, they knew I was in critical condition. They knew I was fighting for my fucking life. They knew I was on death shore ship. They knew I was on the ocean doing all the fucking the greatest PhD. Did either one of them send me 5 fucking cents? No. They were fucking war profiteers exploiting an ugly, ugly situation, a very vulnerable person. I look back at all those so-called artists that joined. You know, and all these show people that fucking joined. What the fuck? Where are they now? Are they anti-nuclears? They never were. Where are they? Where are they? Been a long time. Really? As an activist, 13 years is not a long fucking time. I've been at this fucking 60. Imperialism. Pop, whoppy, drop, they never stop. What's going on? Fucking, don't cross that parallel. Turn fucking North Korea into fucking hell. Hell's Kitchen on Balco. Fucking, went up to Vietnam to kill the Viet Cong. Whoa, whoa. Fucking. Saddam Hussein, his weapons and going off to Iraq to get Blackwater, fucking big old fucking $2,000 fucking hamburger fucking sack. Dick Cheney, Halliburton on fucking chemo back on his 5th fucking executed Chinese prisoner fucking heart. Went off to Afghanistan to kill the Taliban. What was there, 5 or 10,000 Taliban? What? How many fucking billions and trillions and fucking how many soldiers? And now the New York Times and all these other fucking people are reporting fucking, yeah. But I got videos of people says I was tricked and I was fooled. Who tricked them and fooled them? The fucking New York Times, the Washington Post. They beat the war drums harder than anyone. Fucking Reuters, BBC, they beat the war drums. CNN, they all beat the fucking ABC, NBC. Remember they fired Dan Rather for calling fucking George W. Bush a draft dodger when George W. Bush was a draft dodger? They beat the war, and there's no accountability. They got away with some of the greatest fucking lies in human. The fucking Ayn Rand Greenspan, the fucking economic fucking nightmare. I mean, I was the guy. We did the CPI and the BPI here. The #1 school business in the United States. Yes, this boutique here. I was the guy here. I was a Wall Street guy. I taught here. I was being groomed to take over the program. I remember 2000. Tom Matson tells me, Kevin, I've never seen you get the PPI and CPI. I would do it before. I knew what it was. I says, I didn't get it wrong. He says, well, you said Greenspan fucking was going to raise rates because inflation's starting to fucking happen. And I was right. I didn't get it wrong. Greenspan got it wrong. Greenspan fucking slashed interest rate and slashed you into the fucking stock market. He forced all the fucking... You had money, you put it in the bank, and you drew your fucking 7% interest. Safe, the risk-free rate of return. They slashed it and hammered it down, forced you to fucking Wall Street. Forced you to fucking take risks. Forced you, you know, Ayn Rand, Greenspan. And then they started, and everybody says, well, look at the stock market, look at everything. Yeah, everything's inflated up. You don't think that's fucking, everything's inflated. Housing? Fuck, look at what we've done to a generation. Do you understand what Trump and Biden did? What, masked it over COVID? Tax the future, give to my friends. Tax the fucking future, you know, it's like this. It's the Republican Party. The spend and tax, Republicans. The tax and spend. Tax the future and spend, Republicans. Pass it out to their imperialist fucking friends, Blackwater and crew. The Democrats, the bloodthirsty warmonger fucking Democrats. They're both imperialists. They're bootlickers. They bow to the fucking imperialists. None of them stands up. Well, the only reason I'm fighting for Bobby, and why are you bitching about that fucking commercial, Bobby? I mean, he's a strange duck, but he claims he's anti-nuclear. He claims that he will not re-up Bear Monsanto. He will not re-up Price Anderson. He claims he's going to fucking throw fucking Roundup out of this country and make a force to fucking settle these fucking things, which they said they were settled years ago and they're still poisonous. He's an environmental attorney. He says Price Anderson's got to go. Price Anderson comes up in 2025. What's that? So that's who I got to vote for. And, he's gaining momentum. Old man Biden and old man Trump are the debtors. They run this country into a fucking debt. This entire economy is 100% propped up on fucking debt. 34 trillion. You know how much debt was run in those fucking 4 years of fucking Trumpism? Fucking 3 years of a fucking Bidenism? I mean, they passed Obama Dumber, fucking the debtor president. They shattered Bush record. They run so much fucking debt. That's the entire economy is propped up fucking falsely on the fucking debt. You wonder why there's inflation? You dumped 17 trillion fucking dollars onto the economy in a fucking couple years. You don't think it's going to inflate? It's called liquidity. Inflate your way out. Oh boy, did they. They destroyed a whole fucking young generation of people. Here's your fucking little shitty cracker box apartment 2000. The fucking generation that'll never buy a house. The generation that'll fucking be in debt for their whole fucking life, born in it. Fuck. The average fucking child now is born with over $1 million of fucking debt. And you think they're fucking economically better than Hoover? Oh, fuck. Better than Carter? You're insane. You've been poisoned by political fucking dogma. Carter in the fucking late 70s was what happened? Iran-Contra. Right here. Hostage situation propped up by Bechtel. If the CIA can go assassinate the fucking electric fucking, they do that all over. Hoover stood up to fucking United Fruit fucking. You know what the United States did in those days? The CIA was alive then. NUSCALE for jail. And it ties perfectly into Hoover, doesn't it? So let me explain NUSCALE for jail. So this is why everybody's fucking, it's a big, big deal. And I'll tell you, because we finally got an AG with some guts. The AG in Ohio has charged the first nuclear energy executive with 27 felonies. I was heavily involved. They threatened me so hard, fucking. That guy. First Energy fucking threatened me big time. I was coaching everybody in fucking Ohio on it. I'm the guy that started the anti-fucking nuclear bailout fucking movement. I started in New York. Status King Cuomo bank bailout on chemo. I went all over. I fought him here in Utah. But in Utah, NUSCALE, I proved the fraud. And the fraud in Utah by Utah politicians, state senator, I proved it. They took bribes from NUSCALE. NUSCALE is no different than fucking First Energy in Ohio. They bribed. NUSCALE's the greatest Ponzi scheme I ever fucking seen. Pumping fucking dumps against law. NUSCALE for jail. NUSCALE for jail. NUSCALE for jail. Now let me fucking. Their first original funding was Kenwood Financial. I exposed Kenwood Financial was a fucking Ponzi scheme. I went after them 2010, 2011. No. So they get it, and then Obama flies here and fucking says, okay, we'll give you the fucking $50 million fucking grant. Then they go to the Utah State House. They're going to fucking build these little SMRs in Idaho. The only license ever approved on an SMR. And just like I got into it. Here, this is important. Utah Power and Light, which is owned by a Scottish conglomerate, Utah Power and Light executives need to go to prison. They knew full well that NUSCALE was a scam. I got into it with a guy up here, and he regurgitating little guy. I said, dude, you're going to end up in a prison cell. You keep talking this shit. I says, don't you know about NUSCALE being a fucking scam? And they scammed us at $100 million. They scammed us, including me. If you pay a bill in Utah, and they ripped you off. I'm the only guy that fought him. I was in the legislature. Play back the tape. I'm exposing the fucking fraud, the bribes of fucking politicians. The fucking Utah Power and Light executives knew it was a sham. And now they're doubling down and doing it again with who? Bill Gates in Kemmer, Wyoming. Terra firma. Yeah, that's Utah Power and Light doing that. Utah, it's coming out of your bill. You're already feeding, if you're a fucking ratepayer, your bill in Utah, you are already feeding Bill Gates money. The most made-headed man here in the state of Utah who stole the operating system here. Remember we had a trial in 2011? Oh, why weren't you there, Kevin? I was in the bone marrow transplant center, fucking dying of cancer, leukemia, the atom bomb disease. NUSCALE for jail. Fucking Utah Power Night executives for jail. Utah politicians for fucking jail. What happened in Ohio should be happening here. The Reyes connection. Now, I asked Sean Reyes to his face if he was ready to hose that at the Bear River Massacre. It's online. I asked him. He said, no, make it clear. I'm not ready. Okay. But what about this? I don't even really know what those are. Puppet Boy fucking Cox told me that he didn't even really understand what these SR are. And then right after he gets elected fucking governor, he gets in bed with fucking Bill Gates to build fucking a Utah Power and Lights fucking plant in Cameron, Wyoming. We're all feeding them the money. So what do? They get the money from all these taxpayers and all these people. The only license ever approved for an SMR, because the SMRs don't exist. They're fairy tales. That's why I told them, why you keep doling down on something that isn't even there? When we have the sun. We have the sun. That's all we got to have. We have solar. Hello. Why don't we? I told him, we got to pay the fee. You got to pay the fee. We got to pay for the infrastructure that we built. You never built the infrastructure. Utah Power and Light never built the infrastructure here. The federal government fucking taxpayers built the infrastructure. They don't own it. They tell you that. Why are we not? Everything's solar because they charge you a $16,000 fee to fucking put solar panels on your house. It's bullshit. In fucking Vegas, the solar fucking energy, if you could allow people to sell back into the grid, the fucking energy crisis is over. It's over. Coal's done. Nuclear energy's done. It's over. It's over. It's fraudulent. What they did in NUSCALE, fucking so the head of the NRC, the nuclear authority that approved that license, Trump appointed her the fucking chair. She worked at Idaho National Lab with the CEO of NUSCALE. What? She approved it. What? You tell me the head of NUSCALE used to work at Idaho National Lab for the federal government, and so did the head of the NRC. They worked together, and she's the one that approved it. It didn't exist. Even Altman couldn't get his through. And the venture capitalist community in San Francisco belongs in jail. These are the same venture capitalists that pulled this stunt with fucking NUSCALE that did it on Bankman Fried. That did it with Elizabeth Holmes. So what they do is they private. I'm an old investment banker. They fucking old Wall Street guy. I taught the art class here when 9/11 happened at the #1 school business. The line over here used to be all the time. Did you teach those guys how to buy puts on the airline stack? Remember, we're the #1 school business in the country at the time. Full of Saudi kids. And I'm the teacher. Teaching them how to buy puts on fucking things. They bought puts on the airline stacks. Kyle Matzner, well, you think you're the one that probably might have taught them how? Most likely. I mean, it's very possible I did. Not on purpose. Go ask Chris at the library. They're passing FBI flyers when I got up here. They arrested 5 kids that day. She's the one that called the FBI. She's at the circulation desk right now. She's getting ready to retire. Chris V. Go ask her. She saw her FBI button when she called him. I was standing there when it happened. When they cuffed him and arrested him. It's imperialism. The NUSCALE scam is so in your face, it's worse than the one in Ohio. So the venture capitalists placed the NUSCALE stock, private placed it at $2-3 fucking dollars a share. Gave them all the money. Then they take it public to Wall Street, and it opened at 10, between 10 and 14, and they sell it all. Make that nice part, just like they did Elizabeth Holmes fucking. Just like they did fucking Bankman Fried. So I got a new logo that's got to go up. Anytime you hear at any state legislator, and all you activists know this, show up at your state legislator and fight them. They're trying to push this shit that doesn't even exist everywhere. It's mating season. Scam likely. So that's what I'm going to tag this. Anytime you hear the word SMR or nuclear energy through a state house, through the federal, they're going to have a bucket bake sale at your local PTA. Scam likely. Scam likely. Not even likely, almost certainly. I remember a guy called me the other day. I mean, how many scam likelies do we get a day? I mean, everyone you think. A guy texted me today, and says, waiting for you at the airport. Well, it's got to be a scam. Oh, and then he enters, must have been the wrong number. Thank you so much. Blah, blah, blah. I would love to, and then I'm like, dude, I'm not. So I get a call this is the best one. There's hundreds of them. And so this guy calls and he's got this real gangster sounding boy. Yeah, man. Just calls me up going, you backed into my car. You left a note on my car. He knows I'm getting older. They have access to who we are through the insurance company gives it to them. Why does the United States not clean it up? Because they're in on it, the government. Remember the cocaine? Just watch Cocaine Cowboys. Sugar Wars, Molasses Wars, Textile Wars, Cocaine Cowboys. Fucking SMR, fucking. So he calls in and he's all gangster sounding and he gets all crazy. I'm like, I'm so sorry. Yeah, that was me. That was me. I told him. I says, what can I do about it? Well, you owe me a bunch of money. Blah, blah, blah. You're going to have to pay me. Okay. Well, how do I get the money to you? Well, I'll give you my information. You're going to have to send me some fucking money. I says, how much? A couple thousand. Well, 3,000, 4,000. I says, I'll tell you what, even better. Here, I'll just give you my bank number right now and all my bank information. And you just take what you need. He's like, okay, okay. And I says, you got a pen and pencil ready? He says, yeah. Okay, you ready? You ready? Write it down. 1-800, go fuck yourself. And then I just ripped him. I said, I kept you on the phone long enough so the FBI could. Oh, you probably are the FBI. What about if I show up on your fucking front door, you fucking punk? I just ripped him and he's like, click. Why don't they clean that shit up, scamming older people? Because the government's in on it. They love that shit. This government's corrupt. They're imperialist. And if you don't know the definition of imperialist, what's going on? Pop, oppie, drop. They never fucking stop. To Middle East of Eden, everything in fucking between is imperialism. This isn't about fucking. This is a certain group of people who think they are superior, anointed by fucking God through fucking things, and they think they can fucking do whatever they want to anybody. Imperialism is an ugly, evil fucking sickness. Don't use the Z word. Of course, you're gonna make that one fucking. They're gonna go after anybody in media and fucking start blocking anybody. When will they do that with imperialism? Next thing you know, saying monarchy, your king, or let's see, they're all related. Who's the heir to the Russian royal family? Look it up. We had the DNA fucking test around the world. What? Prince Harry, who moved to California and dropped a baby, the Russian River in California for a reason, all the way to Moscow, Idaho. Yeah, you don't think Putin wants to expand? He says it all the time. We're taking Alaska back. Fucking most of Canada, Western Canada was fucking claimed by Russia. Fucking drive up and down the Oregon Washington coast. Look at all those old Russian Orthodox churches. The Russian River, Northern California. Before that, who laid claim to it? The Spanish imperialists. Remember, this was New Spain, and then Mexicans kicked it out, and the fucking capital was the old Pacific capital. Where's John Lewis Stevenson when you need him? Monterey, California. The border changed. The Mormon battalion, the tree ceremony, the tree floating. I've videoed and showed you where the tree. It's back behind the old mission, which is a church now because the fucking earthquake took it down. TikTok, Diablo Canyon clock. These are imperialists. Old world order. Let's pay these fucking freaks to call it new when it's old. Up is down, black is white, wrong is fucking right. Nuclear energy is clean, green. Are you kidding me? NUSCALE for jail. So they take it public. It's a fucking greatest pump and dump in history. They pump it and look at all the insiders, including Reyes, including John Hopkins, including Corbett, all unload, make hundreds of millions of dollars off Utah taxpayers, and then right off into the sunset. Bye, see ya. When it was all fraud, it was all corruption. How many times I've been up at Idaho National Lab? My buddy Blake owns the fucking. How many times I've been up there getting the goods on it? What do they call the tanks out of me? They were never testing shit. It was a Ponzi scheme. It was a pyramid scheme. It was a nuclear pyramid scheme. And they're going to get away with it? NUSCALE for jail. I think they're all nervous around the country because this is the first AG in the history of the United States that's taken on the Nuclear Energy Crime Center, the greatest criminal enterprise in human history. Dave Yost in fucking Ohio charged him yesterday. The CEO of First Energy. Remember the stadium was named after Gold Browns? 27 felony counts. It's historic, 212. Same day that we knew we got Senate Opry on their knees. Kamala Harris fucking raided PB and Cherry's fucking house in fucking California, the head of the California Public Commission. Raided their house. Got the goods, chopped it up, Moonbeamer Brown in on it, everything. The corruption there. Why'd she quit? Because she became a U.S. Senator. The new AG after her, talk about a fucking weakling. They never go after them because they're the untouchables. They're the nuclear energy crime syndicate. First time in history. 27 felony counts against the CEO person on the bribes for the fucking. And Ohio's so sick, they fucking caught him. The householder's doing 23 years in a federal prison. That's the lead state fucking House majority leader. Fuck, the ones here in Utah, they did the same fucking thing. They did it in New York. They did it in a lot of states. They're doing it right now, Palisades in Michigan. Fuck, they did it all. Fucking, we had them on beat and had on these, and then they started. I'm the point that when they first started that, first one was Status King Cuomo, Bank ballot on chemo. Remember my signs that hung up there in Idaho? No vacancy in New York. I'm fighting. Didn't even go to the legislative process. He handed them 7.6 million, no, 7.6 billion. No string. You don't think they're a criminal enterprise? Rahm Emanuel's what? Propped up Obama. Axelrod came out of what? The nuclear. Now, why would he be the ambassador of Japan? He has nothing to do with fucking Japan. Oh, yes, he does. Cover up a Fukushima. The nuclear energy emperors have no fucking clothes. And the fucking two debtors who run this fucking country so far into a fucking ditch, this PPP scam, and they don't go after any of them. It was all fucking ripped off. Tax the future, give to my fucking friends. The tax and spend GOP. The fucking bloodlust military fucking war pig fucking Democrats. They're imperialist. Well, at least the puppets, strings, are imperialist. It's imperialism. Went off to Afghanistan to kill the Taliban. Pop, pop, whoppy, drop. Don't drop it, don't drop it. That's sick, psycho, fucking mass murder. Fucking he never stopped. Ask Einstein. Einstein was asked to be the president of the new. He said no. He said that war was a disease. Fucking imperialism is not even a disease, because a disease you can get without your fault. Imperialism is a sickness that is a chosen sickness. Pop, pop, oh, I dropped. Don't you dare cross that parallel and go to North Korea and fucking turn it to hell. Oh, he didn't. Went up to Vietnam to kill the Viet Cong. Went up to Afghanistan to kill the Taliban. Went up to Iraq to get a big old fucking sack for Dick Cheney and fucking BlackRock. Fucking $1,000 hamburgers. Fucking. Went up to Afghanistan to kill the Taliban. Oligarchs. Fucking the military industrial war pigs. Beware. I make it rain in Ukraine. On cue. Oh, wings, we will pretend. Middle East. They're imperialists. They're imperialist. Hello, do you know the difference between the word? Do you have any clue about the difference in the fucking word? This is imperialism. It's back. And the same people that say they're against the elites will vote to cut the tax rate to 0 on the elites. Both parties are guilty. Put the tax rate back to fuck what it was in 1979. We'll just go back to 99 when it was 40%. Remember when this country used to fight back against monarchs and imperialism? Oh, that's how we gained our independence. Now Trump's a wannabe king. So is Biden. They're all fucking freaks. Stay tuned.